After Liverpool secured Champions League qualification next season following their 2-2 draw with West Ham United at the London Stadium on Saturday afternoon, eyes have naturally fallen on what's next for the Reds. Jurgen Klopp's tenure has 3 games left, and while a number of key players are entering the final 12 months of their contracts, the next dawn in the club's time-honored history is tentative. It looks increasingly likely that Feyenoord boss Arne Slot will be next in line for the Anfield hot seat. But from the very start, he will be thrown into the deep end. Pub talk flutterings tell a discourse of Liverpool's exigency to avoid an Arsene Wenger or Sir Alex Ferguson cloudburst, whereby golden peaks are surrendered to austere troughs, to prevent a situation that causes the club to throw caution to the wind later down the line. Liverpool's hierarchy, which itself has seen a transformation under the return of Chief Executive Michael Edwards, have already begun to sow the seeds of a potentially epic-defining summer, with such importance laid at the door of these coming months. Here is the latest paper talk surrounding the Reds' transfer business. Mo Salah set to stay, via the Athletic's David Ornstein, Mohamed Salah and Klopp's touchline spat during Saturday's 2-2 draw against West Ham, and the Egyptian's dip in form have only added fuel to the fire around his future at Anfield. A moment of sideline tempest gave prominence to the idea that Liverpool's all-time Premier League top goal scorer had hit a brick wall in his Merseyside days, bringing fresh rumours that the Saudi Pro League were willing to come knocking again in the summer. However, a report from the Athletic's David Ornstein on Monday morning confirmed that Liverpool were expecting Salah to stay for at least another season. With his contract expiring in 2025, his future has been uncertain over the last few months. But the Reds will now enter negotiations to tie him down to a new deal once sporting director Richard Hughes officially starts work in the role, and after Klopp's successor, Arne Slot, is appointed, a shadow of his former self, having not scored in open play since notching the winner against Brighton at the end of March. Salah has a lot to prove to his new manager. But after contributing to 37 goals in 41 games across all competitions this term, he remains a priceless asset to Liverpool, a club he has shown no desire of leaving and one that is unwilling to listen to offers for the forward signature. Slot hasn't asked for Feyenoord signings, Givesport exclusive, after speaking to journalist Ben Jacobs. It has become clear to Givesport that Arne Slot's role at Liverpool differs greatly from other Premier League managers. Sometimes, when head coaches switch to new clubs, they often bring former players who have thrived under their management with them, but the club are looking to move away from that norm, starting with Slot's tenure. According to Jacobs, the Dutchman's interview at Liverpool would have been more about his suitability and philosophy, rather than his ability to spot talent, meaning he hasn't requested any Feyenoord signings. This is down to the Reds' exceptional recruitment team, which consists of Michael Edwards' newest recruits in sporting director Richard Hughes and former Bournemouth chief scout Mark Burkill. At Liverpool, autonomy will be scrapped. It is the recruitment team that will deal with all incomings and outgoings, while Slot will be ordered to mold the acquisitions toward his playing style. By doing this, the club can ensure that the best possible transfers are made by a department better suited to finding the right fit. In Edwards' previous role, he was responsible for signing Jorginho Wijnaldum for £25 million, Andrew Robertson for £10 million, Sadio Mane for £34 million, Salah for £37 million. And other shrewd business that brought instant success to Anfield, suggesting the new model will bear similar fruits. Liverpool want Mark Gahey, per Football Insider. It is in defence where changes seem most likely for the Reds. Crystal Palace's £55m rated England defender Mark Gahey, 23, is of interest to Liverpool, per Football Insider, as they seek a replacement for Cameroonian defender Joel Matip, 32, who is set to leave when his contract runs out in the summer. The 9-cap England defender is currently sidelined with a knee injury, but is expected to return in time to make the European Championships this summer, should Gareth Southgate call upon his services. Predominantly right-footed but able to play in both centre-back roles, Gahey has been identified as the perfect fit for the Reds, with Ibrahima Konate's fitness record also a concern for the club. Comfortable in and out of possession, the former Chelsea Academy prospect has allowed the Eagles to spread their wings. They press higher, more regularly and with more intensity. A product of their newfound youthful vigor, Guéhi could benefit Liverpool from the summer onwards. It is expected that the club will have to tussle with Manchester United and Arsenal for his services. Darwin Núñez likely to stay at Liverpool, GivenSport exclusive. Like Salah, another player whose long-term future at the Reds is at risk is Darwin Núñez. The Uruguayan joined Liverpool from Benfica in the summer of 2022 and has progressed well while not establishing himself as consistently reliable. The striker's pace and power see him craft countless opportunities in front of goal, but his poor finishing at times hasn't helped the Reds search for trophies this term. Of course, notching 18 times and recording 13 assists in 47 appearances this season is not a bad return by any stretch of the imagination. But a 19.4% big chance conversion rate is the lowest among any striker in Europe's top 5 leagues. Nevertheless, journalist Dan Jones has told GivenSport that the forward is unlikely to leave in the summer, saying, "I cannot see them selling Núñez as some people are starting to suggest because of the fact he was a Klopp signing rather than a club signing. Even if that's the case, I don't think he would leave at this stage, but there will be changes." David Henko, crazy about Liverpool, per De Telegraph. While Arne Slot isn't in charge of any transfer movement at Liverpool, there is one former employee that has caught the attention of the Reds hierarchy. Yesterday morning, Dutch outlet De Telegraph cited that Slovakian international David Henko has been a fan of the club since his early years. With his agent recently confirming that they are in talks with Liverpool regarding a potential move, this comes after rumors suggesting teammate Lutgerald Geertruida is also being monitored by the club. However, it is the former that could pull rank on Merseyside, with his ability to play left-back and centre-back an inviting prospect for Slot, whose recruitment team will be prioritising defensive additions over the summer.